So the Michigan State Spartans are 2-0. On the surface, winning a 42-40 double overtime thriller looks like the mark of a tough, resilient team. But don't let that final score fool you. While the offense showed some serious heart, the defense was a 5-alarm fire, signaling a huge problem for the Spartans' bigger goals. We're going to break down why this win might actually be the most worrying one of the season. Look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly from Saturday night. And we're going to figure out if this is a championship team or just a disaster waiting to happen. U of M, on the other hand, this one stings. There's really no other way to put it. Michigan's perfect season is over, and in a game that felt frustratingly winnable, they walk away from Norman with a 24-13 loss. This isn't just a mark in the loss column. It's an identity check. This was the first real test of Coach Moore's era and the first time this team faced true adversity on the road, and the result raises more questions than answers. For 3 quarters, the offense looked completely lost, a throwback to anxieties we all thought we left behind. So today, let's break it all down. We're going to get into what went wrong, a little of what went right, and what this loss really means for the rest of the season. Let's get into the good, the bad, and the downright ugly from this trip from Oklahoma. Welcome to Blue Collar Blitz Podcast. I'm your host, Maverick.
Go.
Let's start off with Big O's, thoughts on some of these weekend's games.
What can I say? Michigan, L. Detroit, L. MSU, win. Like it, subscribe. Talk to you later. Have a good day. Blue Collar Blitz out.
Oh my God, that's all you got. Man, this was an up and down weekend. My big bro, Big O, and I, we linked up to watch all 3 games this weekend, and we were hoping that it would be three W's. We knew Michigan was kind of like, it was iffy. It was 50-50. I was more concerned about the fact that they didn't have all their defensive players in the first half, but I didn't expect to see what I saw. Starting off with Michigan State, a win is a win, so I don't want to take away the fact that they beat Boston College. They clawed their way back in. This is something that we would not have seen last year or in years past, but they did it. They pulled it out. And shout out to Aiden Chiles for being a beast of a quarterback, and Nick Marsh, for coming through. But I got some questions on the Michigan State side. What did you see in that game that would concern you?
Well, not too much because I'm still messed up over these L's from the other 2 teams. But I'm one of these guys. I'm like, at least one of the Michigan teams won out of the 3. But man,
it's not the one you cheer for.
It's the one I cheer for. Man.
It ain't the one you cheer for.
It ain't the one I cheer for.
Hey man, we both cheer for both teams now.
I know.
I'm all in on Michigan now. I watch Michigan football just as much as Michigan State now.
And I can honestly say it's been a lot more fun watching the game.
So it's a lot less fights.
So it's a lot more interesting, but it's still a little alcohol in the wound because my team did lose. And they didn't do well at all. It's bad coaching. We maybe paid all this money for this quarterback. We don't know how true it is.
We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that. You got a lot to get off your chest about Michigan. Let's cover this Michigan State win, and then we're gonna get into the loss.
I was about to get there. I'm like, look. I'm in my feelings, man.
You are.
My blood pressure is about to go. Look, I had went to the doctor today, boy. I know. Now I know why it was up at the doctor's office. I didn't even think about this.
This weekend.
It was this weekend. Yeah, I should have.
Hey man, we 2-3 days removed from it. I needed to come back down. We 2-3 days removed. We gotta prepare for new games. It's new games this weekend.
It's still fresh, man. Okay,
we're gonna have a cigar after this episode, and we're gonna let it come back down.
It's still fresh, like Papa biscuits coming out the. All right, no, for real.
All
No.
right.
But MSU, they did play a little more exciting than they did last week.
Sure.
So I mean, they did win, but of course, it's always improvement. They struggled with a team that's not even ranked. That's what scares me with this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, if they're playing like this, what they gonna do when they play Penn?
I don't even want to think about Penn State right now, bro.
I mean, I know I'm jumping way, but I'm just saying. But a team that's ranked, you know what I'm saying? So they have
for sure.
They have to do some major adjustments and figure it out. You know, they got to look at this just like how we looking at, like, okay, well, you can't do this next game. So next game ought to be a lot more interesting as well.
Yeah. So this was a great game for Aiden Chiles. We said we wanted the offense to be more explosive, and they were. He threw for 231 yards, and he had a career-high 4 touchdowns, and then he got a rushing touchdown on 39 yards on the ground. So he's responsible for 5 touchdowns. This is what I wanted to see. And shout out to Nick Marsh for going into the locker room at the half and telling the coach, like, give me the ball. Basically, give me the damn ball. They can't stop me. Give me the ball and let me go to work. And he went to work. He definitely hit the 5 catches, 68 yards, 2 touchdowns, and they could not get this guy down. He fought for every yard on that touchdown. So he's showing he's showing that he's the star that we knew he would be coming out of Rouge, and that's what I wanted to see in the offense. The thing that concerns me is on the defensive side of the ball. We covered this episode, when we dropped the episode last week. I was talking about how dominant the defense was. And yes, I understand that it was against a lesser team, but Boston College is not necessarily known for their explosive offense. And we gave up 390 passing yards to Lonergan. That's concerning.
Yeah, I mean, and this quarterback really is not known for all that, but that's scary.
Very.
And like you said, again, that we are rooting for each other's team since we doing this. I'm like, this ain't good, A quote from Eazy-E, and that ain't it.
I mean, I've always been worried about Michigan State's secondary pretty much since we lost the no-fly zone when, we lost Pat Narduzzi to Pittsburgh. So it's been years. But I can't blame everything on the secondary. We got no pressure. We had 0 pressure on this guy. 0 sacks. Couldn't get him to the ground once. He threw 45 times and we couldn't get this guy on the ground. This dude had time to have a cup of coffee, read the paper, and pick the secondary apart. Like, we got to figure out a way to generate some kind of pressure. 390 yards in the air, bro. He had time to create a long Starbucks order with the time he had in the pocket.
I think a venti and a...
Man, defensive backs can only do so much. And I know a lot of people that, on the surface when they see, like, how is he open and why is this and why is that? In the heat of the moment, yes, you are pissed at the secondary. But when you go back and you watch the game and you rewatch all of these plays and you're like, well, look how much time he had, bro. Like how Deion Sanders couldn't cover that long. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to have some kind of pressure to allow me to do my job. Everyone has a job. I need you to not give him 15 minutes and 37 seconds to be able to throw the ball per play. So we got to tighten up. 0 sacks is crazy to me. They did their job with the run defense. They held them to under 70 yards on the ground, but sheesh, bro. Like, what do we have to do? We can't get them off the field on 3rd down. It's 3rd down, and you're expecting a big play, and you get them off the field so we can get the ball back. And they could not get them off the field on 3rd down.
Well, these are most definitely questions I'm sure they're asking themselves, and I'm sure in their practice they're going to be working on just that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they have to do better, man.
They have to.
Or it's going to be another troubling season for MSU.
Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule right now, bro. So we have to go to USC. We have to go to Nebraska. We have to go to Indiana. Then we got Michigan at home and Penn State at home. If you're playing like that against Boston College, you're not making a bowl game this year. I had them winning 6 games. Right now, they're still on track to winning those 6. Part of that was being 3-0 going into USC before they most likely lose to USC on the road. I don't know how confident I am that they'll make a bowl game after that game. I know it's still early in the season. I know adjustments can be made. I know things can be done. Play calls can change. That's alarming. This 42-40 win could easily flip and be a 52-20 blowout because we can't get any pressure on quarterbacks if we play a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So our linebackers are doing well. Jordan Hall is playing, out of control right now. So shout out to Hall and Matthews. They're all over the field. But I need that front four to step up.
So USC is next.
No, Youngstown State is next. At home. That should be a win.
Okay.
That should be an easy win. That's not a trap game. Just win it. This should just be a win. I shouldn't have to sweat over that at all.
Look, you shouldn't have to sweat over Boston College either. But man, this is
True.
ridiculous.
True.
It shouldn't have been this close.
Right.
So I mean, and that's it. So the teams, they're gonna be like how the Lions used to be back in the day. They beat the teams they shouldn't beat and lose against the ones, this shouldn't be a question. They should go in there and dominate, you know, and that's it. Boston, this game that just passed, it shouldn't have been only 2 points. They should have been 42-13 or something like that, Then it'd have been like, man, this conversation would have been totally different,
Yeah. I think this game coming up, this is the time for our defensive coordinator, Joe, you got to get creative. If the front four aren't getting it done, I need you to put some stunts in there. I need you to use some of these linebackers and start throwing, different blitz looks at this next team coming up just to see what could work when you get to USC. This is your game to say, all right, let's try this, let's try that. It's a lesser opponent. We got to figure something out because this ain't it. Like you said, that ain't it.
I don't know. I'm going to have to look. I'm probably going to look at some video on Youngstown just to see what we up against because if they looking better than Boston, it's going to be a long day.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say they're looking better than Boston. I also didn't expect their quarterback to throw for almost 400 yards, so you have a point. We also need to make sure we can tackle. I understand that speed kills, but Turbo Richard has the proper first name, Turbo. Like they couldn't catch this dude. And when you thought they had to tackle, he was like, no, I slipped my ankle out of this one and I'm going to go for a few more yards. So,
man was like road runner, boy.
Yeah, so we got to show up the tackling and go from there. So that's all I got from Michigan State. I'm happy. I'm proud of the offense. They got a little bit more explosive. Frazier still did his thing, averaging 4.8 carries on the ground. Omari Kelly, he still did his thing. He had 60 yards on 4 catches. The defense let me down. We got to tighten up. I need pressure. Moving on to Michigan because I'm gonna give you the floor. You got your monologue ready?
Man,
I need you.
Get a monologue. Come on.
You go ahead and say your piece. I'm gonna give you 15 minutes to clear the air and just say your piece.
Monologue? They don't need a monologue. They play like trash. I mean, it was just trash. It was bad coaching. They were just like they were brand new out there. You know what I'm saying? You spent all this money, maybe spent all this money. We don't know, speculations, whatever. But y'all got to get out of the run game. Y'all have a $10 million quarterback, speculations. Let the man throw the ball.
He got that 10 mil.
I'm just saying. Well, he went. It's not even his fault because it's coaching. if the coach don't make the plays for him to throw the ball, he's not gonna throw the ball. It's a lot of the plays that he had people down. Just like, hey, here I am, and he handing off the ball or doing short passes where somebody gonna get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just wasn't good. It just wasn't a good situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got keys out there. You just got to do better. I mean, it's not going to be as easy as last year. You know what I'm saying? One, they're going to be targeting Michigan anyway, like I said, because all the stuff they went through last year. So, they're a gun team to hit right now. So they're going to have to figure it out. They're going to have to figure it out quick. I mean, real quick.
Yeah.
But this is one of the. I'm sorry, but this is one of the teams that I believe I had them catching the L, but not like this. Not like this.
He looked somewhat as I expected him to look. He's a freshman.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's head coach Brent, like he's very smart. He's not stupid. Mm-hmm. He knew, okay, we got a highly touted freshman, true starter quarterback coming in. I'm going to send pressure at him. He sent pressure at him all game. So despite the fact that we wanted him to throw more, and I agree because he threw, 24 times? 24 times. He completed nine completions. But he looked like he had happy feet back there. He was nervous. And you're supposed to be nervous. You're going into Oklahoma playing this good defense, and you got pressure in your face, There were some guys downfield to where you're like, I feel like you maybe could have gotten the ball down there, but this is his first big game, I remember it was the guy in the bar. He was screaming behind us like, come on, man, this ain't Clausen. This ain't Celine. I need you to come. He was shouting out all the high schools that this guy played. Like, come on, you got to get your head in the game. This ain't you know what I'm saying? These ain't the weak teams that you used to playing.
Look, he clearly was following Underwood.
Oh, yeah.
He was straight up following this guy for sure.
Yeah. Here's what he missed. Bro, it's his second college football game, and it's Oklahoma. He didn't have that soft entrance into the season as if he was, at Michigan State. He didn't play at Boston College in week 2. You played a ranked Oklahoma team. But it's to be expected to have a little bit of nerves there. And I can't put it all on Underwood.
No, man, look at this. Did you watch the game?
Mm-hmm.
The last game, their first game, the Michigan first game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They coach better that first game than they did this one.
On offense.
All around.
No.
The coaching was better.
I don't agree. I'm disappointed in the defensive calls in both games, and we're going to get to that.
I'm just saying.
On offense, I think they coached better.
It wasn't great. The first game. I'm just saying.
It was worse this game.
It was a lot. It was a lot worse this game.
It was worse this game.
We had a grade. It was a D-.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. So
I might be able to give you a pass on the offensive side of the ball. You still called some incredibly questionable plays. 3rd and 6 near the red zone or in the red zone, and you call a run play and kick a field goal. Are you playing Madden? 3rd and 6, red zone, losing, $10 million quarterback. You say, run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Run the ball and kick the field goal. Why?
Scared.
I can't. The play calling on both sides were terrible. I can't put it all on Underwood this game. I mean, the run game didn't look that great either. Yes, Justice Haynes had 125 yards on 19 carries, but without that 75-yard carry, like you got 50 yards on 18 carries. That's less than 3 yards a carry. You ain't do that great on the ground either.
Coaching, I'm gonna blame it on coaching. Period.
Yeah. Yes.
Shamar needs to go ahead and put that Bluetooth in and have hardball in his ear.
Man.
He need to be calling the play like, all right, now you know what to do. You got to play this and got to put this, tighten up the defense, tighten up the offense. That spread offense and spread defense don't always work. You gotta change that crap up. Y'all all over the place.
I watched that. Yeah. So were you able to catch the press conference? So I watched the post game.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You really thought I was gonna watch the press conference?
Yeah, man. This is work, man. We got.
Oh, I ain't trying to make my TV.
Yeah, I put the overtime in. So Sharon Moore, every question he was asked, he's like, we just got to execute. Like we're looking at that, but these guys just got to execute. We just got to make sure that we're working on executing. And are you gonna execute some better play calling? Because right now you're not taking any accountability. You blaming it on the kids right now.
He got his response. He got it from AI.
Clearly,
he asked AI like
and it wasn't a good AI. He asked Siri. He didn't ask Gemini.
Or Chat. PT, whatever.
Chat GPT, yeah. Like we just got to execute. Like, okay, what about your play calling? What about, bro? I almost spilled my drink on that.
I think AI called this game. I think they was the coaches for this game. Like, well, this is what you should do.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was just getting ready to say, you remember when Oklahoma was in the red zone and I'm watching the defensive formation and I'm like, are they in a cover 4? Like,
I remember you saying that.
I stood up out of my seat like,
yes.
Are they in a cover 4 right now in the red zone?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And I'm looking at you like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, no.
Because for those of you watching right now, we both teams played at the same time. They both started around 7:30, 7:45. So we're watching Michigan and Michigan State. We're going back and forth looking at two different TVs. And I glance over at Michigan after the Michigan State play is over, and I'm like, why are they in a cover 4 in the red zone? I'm confused. Now, they didn't score on that play. I believe they scored on the very next play. But I was confused. Like, why are the DBs 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage? What are you expecting right now? I'm lost.
By the way, shout out to Hops and Burley for hooking us up with the two TVs like that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, I was just like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I couldn't make sense of that. So that's why I say on the defensive side of the ball, it was more alarming. Like I expected that kind of performance out of Bryce. That he's young. You throw him in here. He's his first away game. It's a big away game. Yes, I want to see him throw more, but not if he can't handle the pressure of throwing more. So, but I fully blame this on the coaching staff. Michigan has to find an answer for a mobile quarterback. Mateer threw for 270 yards and ran for another 74. He was the leading rusher on the team. 3 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. Every single time he took off, I was like, why is no one tackling this guy? What are y'all doing? Like I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. It was not good.
No. And there were some bright spots. Michigan got a pick. And then they had a recovered fumble.
Bright spots for who? Stevie Wonder? I didn't see it because this is
I'm not taking away 2 turnovers from Michigan. I'm not saying it was the greatest, but the game could have been they could have lost by more than 11 without that. Without that pick, this could have been a bigger loss. That's how you go. That's really.
Man, I'm in my feelings. Look. I'm always go blue, but man, y'all I can't say this enough. We know we can't always win every game. You know what I'm saying? We want to win every game, but we can't. Sometimes it's gonna be some ugly L's. I mean, I could have dealt with this a lot better if it was 23-24, 20-24, 13-24. I'm pissed. I'm just saying is how they play. That's all.
Yeah. Coaching has to get better. I'm going to blame it on the coaching for the most part. The biggest blame goes for the coaching. You guys also, they got to figure out how to stop mobile quarterbacks because if they don't, we're going to be sitting here in a couple months and I'll be happy and you'll be upset because what does Michigan State have? A mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
Y'all don't tighten that up, that game certainly becomes a 50-50 and not so much like, oh, Michigan's got it in the bag. Like,
right.
He might keep the ball on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, he most definitely got to see what them legs can do.
So, that's all. That's pretty much all I got. I need the coach to be more accountable. Mm-hmm. I need him to not say, like, the players just need to execute. I need you to execute better play calling. I think they maybe need to simplify the passing game for Underwood. Mm-hmm. They need to get McCulley more involved. He had a 44-yard, catch, but he needs to be more involved. They got to figure out this run game, but just simplify the game a little bit and let him gain his confidence back, because after that performance, that you got to check on his mental.
Yeah, because you got to come up with a better playbook, because AI ain't helping.
Just simplify you got to find a sustainable passing attack. Simplify the playbook for now. Make sure he has the protection that he needs, and then just go up from there.
We got key players, like you said, McCulley. He did his thing.
You just got to get him more involved. That's all.
He got 91 yards in. But it is. I wanted more. I had a feeling, but you always got that hope. Because it was some teams last year I thought that they would have caught that L and they won. So so I'm expecting that this year. So we'll see what the next game.
Yeah.
We'll see what the next game gives.
All right. Well, in the end, Michigan State is 2-0, and you never complain about a win. The fight they showed and the explosive plays from Aiden Chiles and company are legitimate reasons to be optimistic. But sometimes a win isn't just a win. Sometimes it's a lesson. And the lesson from Saturday is painfully clear. This defense isn't good enough. Not yet, anyway. The victory doesn't feel like a celebration as much as it feels like a warning shot. It's a sign that while the Spartans have firepower to win in a shootout, their championship dreams will live or die with whether or not this defense can finally step up. The honeymoon is over, and the real work starts now. As for Michigan, it was a tough watch. With the offensive struggles and the defensive breakdowns that cost them a winnable game, they got a lot of work to do. The loss hurts because it felt self-inflicted in so many ways. Michigan was out-coached and they were out-executed. The good news is that it's only week 2, and the Wolverines have a chance to bounce back against Central Michigan next week, but the alarm bells are ringing. This team has a ton of work to do if they want to get back in the championship level that, we're used to seeing them and what we've come to expect. So let us know your thoughts down in the comments section. We appreciate you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And again, my name is Maverick.
I'm Big O.
See y'all next week.